Monosodium glutamate, that's what is in seasoning cubes like Maggi, is bad for diabetics and people living with insulin resistance. It doesn't just spike cravings, it can actually make your condition worse. In this video, I will share 16 natural flavor enhancers that are not just tasty, but also blood sugar friendly. Hello, if you're just seeing me for the first time, I am Amara, aka the Mom Scientist, the founder of Saint Ethel Medical Diagnostics and a PCOS victor. I've been able to reverse the insulin resistance that comes with PCOS naturally and taken in 5 solid times. So in here, I share practical tips for reversing insulin resistance, whether you are diabetic already, have PCOS, have a family history of diabetes, maybe your mom had it or your dad had it, or your mom or dad are currently living with diabetes. This is the place for you. I share practical tips that will help you prevent, manage and reverse diabetes naturally. So if that's a thing to you, join this family of metabolically health conscious individuals. You're welcome to our tribe. Using these food flavor enhancers instead of Maggi does not just save you from diabetes, it also save you from cancer. I remember that was in 2011, and that was actually when my interest in metabolic health was sparked. A professor of oncology came to give us a talk in school, and I remember her emphasizing on Maggi and why Maggi is bad and why Maggi kind of predisposes one to developing cancer. Yes, you know, because of the big companies behind this food, at times the risk is kind of masked. Okay, the risk of consuming them is kind of masked, but we are not here to sugarcoat anything. I'm not going to gatekeep anything. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything, because what matters to me is that we stay metabolically healthy. I am also a PCOS warrior, and if I sleep, I go back to evoking my symptoms, my PCOS symptoms. So these things are in our genes. So even if you end up reversing diabetes or PCOS, what actually happens is that there is no true reversal. Okay, what happens is that these symptoms are put in remission if you are metabolically health conscious, if you take care of the food you eat, the way you live. These symptoms go into remission, and if you sleep, if you start living unhealthy, you are going to evoke the symptoms again. So one just needs to be very mindful of what goes into the mouth, how you move, how you rest, and the rest of them, to make sure that the symptoms remain silent, to make sure that you don't start experiencing your symptoms all over again. First food here is onions. I make sure I put lots of onions in my food, depending on what I'm preparing. If it's soup, like onugbu soup, of course, onions don't work well. I've never used onions to prepare onugbu soup. You know, these things, there is no recipe that is written on the rock. Okay, you can always test things out to see how they turn out. I've prepared a lot of food with self-made recipe. I just thought of things, miss this, miss that, and something will come up. Okay, this food rice here, I prepared it with locust beans, fish, pumpkin leaf, onions. Lots of onions went into it, and what else did I put? And crayfish and pepper. These recipes are not written on rock, so you can as well try adding onions to your onugbu and see how it's going to span out. You just test, run very small quantity and see how it spans out. If it doesn't turn out well, then you don't do it next time. But I don't think it's going to work out well. But putting onions in foods like stew, plenty onions in stew, plenty onions in beans, plenty onions in porridge. The only food I don't put lots of onions in is soup. But any other food I prepare in my house, I make sure I put plenty onions in the food, because onions can make your food very delicious. Onions can make your food very tasty. So I make sure I'm very generous with the amount of onions I add to my meals. Onions is rich in antioxidants, and the exact antioxidant contained in onions is quercetin. This antioxidant supports healthy blood sugar levels and reduces inflammation. So you see, onions does not just sweeten your food, it's also blood sugar friendly. Another one is garlic. Garlic does not just improve the flavor of your food, it can also improve insulin sensitivity and help to lower blood pressure. And if you want to use this whether garlic or onions to prepare food, after adding the oil, you don't allow your oil to heat up. You add the onions or garlic immediately. Once the flavors start coming out, then you add the rest of the things you want to add in the meal. It's ginger. Ginger also reduces inflammation, aids digestion, and improves blood sugar control. And the thing about ginger always go better with garlic. If you grind the two of them together, then you add it the way I just explained. And another thing about garlic that I need to point out is that if you can eat raw garlic once in a while, it's also beneficial for blood sugar control. If you have watched up to this moment, it means that you are really enjoying this video. Please support the growth of my channel by liking this video, subscribing and commenting, and leaving a comment below. Also, the algorithm will push this video out to more people. This will really help my channel to grow, and I'm counting on you to do that. Let's continue the video. Then the next is tomatoes. Tomatoes, like I put tomatoes in virtually everything. I don't use ginger a lot. I use garlic, but I don't use ginger a lot because I'm kind of sensitive to ginger. I rarely use ginger. But you see, tomatoes, it's hard for me to prepare any meal in my house without tomatoes. I prepare my beans with tomatoes. I prepare my plantain porridge with tomatoes. I prepare what have you. So tomato is like a daily consumable in my house. Okay, everything tomato goes into it. Tomatoes contains lycopene, and lycopene has been proven to be more effective than finasteride in boosting prostate health. So, and the best way to actually get this antioxidant from tomatoes is by cooking tomatoes with oil. You blend your tomatoes, you cook with very little oil, because this lycopene is fat soluble. So the best medium that enhances its absorption is cooking it with a little oil. Okay, and you need to cook it to actually get the full benefit. Okay, eating it raw will not give it the full benefit. You need to cook it with a little oil, because cooking it, the lycopene is attached to the cell membrane of tomatoes, so you need to heat it up a bit so it will disintegrate, so your body can access the lycopene contained in tomatoes. And the good thing about tomatoes is that it also helps to protect your heart. Insulin resistance has a way of predisposing you to heart disease, but tomatoes helps keep your heart in good shape. Next is fresh pepper. Fresh pepper contains antioxidant that helps control oxidative stress. Insulin resistance comes with some load of oxidative stress, so the antioxidant contained in fresh pepper will kind of help to reduce or get rid of free radicals that causes oxidative stress. Next section is fermented foods. The good thing about these fermented foods is that they don't just enhance the flavor of your food, they also improve your gut health. And healthy gut health translates to better blood sugar management or better blood sugar control. So these foods, you shouldn't joke with them. The first one is fermented locust beans, and this food feeds the gut bacteria very well and enhances digestion. The next one is fermented leaf paste. That's ogiri. Is Igbos that will understand this one better. If you are preparing onugbu soup, you cannot prepare a delicious onugbu soup without adding ogiri to it. As in, how will you do that? So ogiri is fermented and is very rich in probiotics. It's very good. You add enough ogiri. There will be no need for you to add maggi if you add enough ogiri and azu in your onugbu soup or rice soup. You can add enough stockfish, enough dry fish, and crayfish too. Why won't your food taste great? Last one on this fermented food category is locust beans, opaka. Opaka is blood sugar friendly and is rich in protein and healthy fat. So If you are preparing something like okra soup or vegetable sauce, adding plenty of locust beans will help. So this locust beans is also rich in probiotics and helps reduce inflammation. So let's go to natural protein boosters that also enhance your food. The first one is eggs. Egg is a complete protein and help enhance your food. You know, on Fridays I do a lot of shopping because I prepare spaghetti on Friday. Friday is a day I prepare spaghetti for my kids. Stop eating spaghetti and other processed foods once I noticed that it used to evoke my PCOS symptoms, so I stopped eating it. So but on Fridays I prepare that for my kids and eat kidney beans and other things I made that spaghetti with. Okay, I put plenty of kidney beans, I put plenty of vegetables, carrots, green beans, green peas, green pepper. I put lots of vegetables in the spaghetti. So first I make a kind of sauce with these vegetables and then add egg to it. Sometimes I add the egg after adding spaghetti. I remove our own sauce, add egg to their own after adding spaghetti, and add some egg to ours. Okay, sometimes I add everything in the pot, including the egg, before scooping out our own sauce and then adding spaghetti to their own. So egg is one of the ingredients that makes this food very sweet. Any day I decide to remove egg, the taste is usually not the same. Any day I decide to remove egg and add every other thing, the taste is usually not the same. They don't taste the same. So egg is not just a protein booster, it's also a flavor enhancer. The next one is crayfish. Crayfish, if you can afford to, please add plenty of crayfish in your meals. It won't just give you only protein, it will also enhance the flavor of your food. And the good thing about these boosters, these protein boosters, is that they will help you build more muscles. And you know, the more muscles you have, the more you are able to metabolize glucose better, and the better your insulin sensitivity. So these protein boosters are great. So the next section, the last section, is on herbs and spices that can help enhance the flavor of your food. The first one is African nutmeg, ehuru, and this very spice contains antioxidant, and you know what food that contain antioxidant does for you. Another one is bay leaf. Bay leaf doesn't just improve the flavor of your food, but also enhances digestion and helps you deal with sugar better. The next one is scent leaf. That's nchanwo. Scent leaf, in addition to enhancing the flavor of your food, contains antibacterial and supports blood sugar regulation and digestion. It helps your body deal better with sugar. The next is curly leaf. Curly leaf has been shown by some studies to help improve insulin sensitivity and lower blood sugar. So the benefit of curry does not end at improving the flavor of your food. The number 15 and 16 are oziza leaves and oziza seeds. Okay, these are wonderful flavor enhancers, especially if you're using it to prepare egusi. Of course, you know that if you want to eat egusi, you have to add plenty vegetables in your egusi soup, so it will be more blood sugar friendly. If you want to prepare things like onubo, if you want to prepare ora soup, it goes very well with this food. It goes very well with this kind of soups. Add a reasonable amount of oziza seed and oziza leaf to your soup, and it's going to make it taste great. This natural flavor enhancers to sweeten your food and stabilize your blood sugar. Hope you got value from this video. Like, comment, and subscribe.